Another Tom Hall.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you, Dimitri?
Hey,
I'm good, thank
Dimitri,
you.
how are you? It's been a while.
Indeed. Been busy. Can you hear me well?
Yes. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I've got some company today.
Good, nice.
Second.
For those who
So
are
I
new,
hope everybody
we are
can hear us
in the
well.
meeting.
What? So which time is when you are, people? Where are you from right now? Hello, Carl. Where are you from?
Hello from
Hi,
Stockholm.
Max.
Stockholm, hi. Nice to hear you. Hi.
Matt Boris
I
is
see.
from Goma.
Yes, I see the guys from Amsterdam now. I'm having some, okay, 1, 2.
We also have some new faces in there. Marcus is in the train again. Awesome. What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
I would say, as usual, not so much.
Hey,
Yeah, in Germany,
You're in the
I think
train,
it's too
huh?
high, right?
it's not so good.
Hopefully you have a stable connection today.
I try
Yes.
my best to hear everything. Yeah.
So the music is okay? Everyone can hear it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Perfect.
it stopped Marcus from talking too much.
So guys, welcome again. Welcome to
Thank
Thursday and
you
our
for the
town hall,
awareness.
another European town hall with all the Marcus jokes who
The
makes us
worst in
happy
the
all the time
space.
and make this environment more friendly. You know, this is a space to share with the projects, to know more what is happening in the Cardano whole ecosystem, and to make connections, to make networking, to learn more about Cardano, and to learn about, as I say, the projects and the people behind those projects. So these are our goals in the European Town Hall. I'm going to start the music so we can start this meeting. And yeah. Well, as always, this is the Catalyst mantra. And now Marcos is going to talk about an initiative in the European community if you want to participate. But let's do first the Catalyst mantra. Let's go.
Benvenuti all'esperimento.
Les choses peuvent.
Quebra. You're on mute,
Documentation.
Ricardo.
Sorry guys,
just
filling
tried
the
to W.
documentation, things might break.
Diferir ampliamente entre interacciones.
Disorient,
And-
overload, and inspire.
And Carl, do you want to read our goal?
Yeah, it's kind of hidden here behind this thing. Hold on 1 second. There, okay, yeah. Our goal: provide a safe and lively environment for you to explore the highest potential de la colaboración humana. I think.
Oh, very good. Your Spanish is good.
Excelente.
Good.
And the little add-on, because the initiative that we are creating, we are planning to have our own mantra for the EU Cardano community. And I start off with the first one, and I ask you, or we ask you, to drop into the Discord some of your ideas, what we need for the mantra. And the first one that I want to put out is keep your notes up to date for you, for the network, and for the delegators.
Perfect, Marcus. This idea wants to show a community who is evolving and wants to set the values that we are spreading in this meeting. So as Marcus said, it's important to be the notes update. And for example, one of the topics could be respect other communities, respect other blockchains. And that's how we want to build a kind of mantra or a slide of values to these meetings. So we can know what are we doing here and what we want to spread, to make. So this is the initiative. If you want, you can throw your ideas in Discord, in Twitter, and tag us. Thank you so much. And Ricardo, do you want to make the slides of the spaces, please?
Yes, as some of you know already, we have spaces going in different languages. So we had Portuguese, we had Greek, German, and Italian, and we're planning to extend it so to increase the reach. Typically, we do a duration of 45 minutes and record it as well. So feel free to also propose to our team members in case you want to organize one, so we can help you with the logistics of all that. So looking very much forward to increasing our repertoire of different languages from Europe or from all over the world.
Yeah, can I add something here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I see many people from the Netherlands. It will be nice also to have one in Dutch. I don't speak Dutch good enough to host it, but it will be, I think, a nice
Definitely
initiative.
Let's do it, Max. So CJ is sure happy to host. We can coordinate it.
Awesome.
And we execute it. So, guys, do you want to present the guest of today?
Yes, let me go first with the Cardano beam, Dimitri. Welcome, Dimitri. We had, I think, already one session where you at least briefly talked about the application, but it was not like a demo or something. Very happy to know that you have done a lot of progress in your application. And yeah, I think if you could share a little bit about your person, about the project, and then share your screen if you like, and show the updates on the Cardano beam application, the GPS experience you have created.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, Ricardo. We've been we talked quite a bit about the project itself between us. So yeah, thanks for the invite. On the call, we also have a colleague who dialed in my name. His name is Vlad. He's on the team, so he's just listening in. We've been pretty quiet for the past, I guess, 3 months. We've been making some progress on the new release. I'll talk to you a little bit about today. Let me share a screen. So maybe I spend just 5 minutes talking about the app itself. Just in case somebody hasn't seen any of my videos yet. So can you see it? Can you see the slides?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, we can see the slides. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, too fast. Okay. So, Cardano Beam, GPS-based assets on the blockchain. Essentially, we are bringing digital assets into the real world, making them practical for people to use in the world rather than just on the blockchain. So the idea came about when I needed an excuse to ride my bike. and I always wanted somebody to tell me where to go, left or right, because I always was stuck on the same route. And then the idea came about is there's something that incentivizes me to go to left or right. I probably wouldn't mind it, even if it was a very small nudge. So that's how it appeared. It's a sort of location-based nudge that that incentivizes people to do certain things, to go to certain locations. And it's a way to place NFTs, tokens, ADA on the world map, anywhere on the world map. So we built a front end for this that you can use. And we also built a mobile app that essentially sits in people's pocket. And as they walk around the world, they can see the assets that are lying around and they can pick them up. So that's the basic idea. You have a few print screens here from our mobile app. We've tested it on a bike ride from Lisbon to Algarve at the end of last year. We liked it so much that we're going to repeat it this year and probably attract more people. We are working on that. And the target market is actually very large. So anywhere where you can incentivize people to be at a certain location or incentivize them to be there, then this can be applied. So anything that has to do with event organizing, business advertisements, think of shops advertising their locations and some marketing campaign that they're running, and asking people to go there and participate. For governments, if they want to incentivize people to go to their marketplaces. Pokemon Go, probably the most immediate thing that people relate this to. But think Pokemon Go with real money on the blockchain. That's what Cardano Diem is. Then use case for event organizing. Essentially, we can simplify a process that takes multiple steps, multiple people, a large company to organize stuff that can be done very easily with one person using the blockchain. So these steps generally take a number of people to complete, and we can do them with one person. We've sort of estimated that in terms of organizing events, it can save up to 10 times the cost of a proper sort of bike event or running event. So it's pretty big savings. I'll skip over the parts of how it works, I think.
Yeah.
And just to give a sort of a benchmark of the other apps that are around that are non-crypto native, you've probably heard of Strava, the biggest cycling and sports app. It has about 1 million users. I've heard about 2 billion revenue per year. It's huge. Steppen was in the top 20 token for some time, the crypto, and that has to do with running. So the market is very huge. Yeah, and we definitely can take a share in this. So that's it on the presentation. I don't want to bore you too much with slides. I will just talk briefly about the largest drawback that the criticism that we've heard was the user experience when using the app. So there was no easy way to get started. So you download the app, you need to place collateral, you need to put a token on it. That's cumbersome. It's okay for Cardano native people, but anybody who just uses fiat doesn't know what to do. So we've done some work and we've created a marketplace. Let me show you. It's in testing for now, and we should be able to release it in a couple of weeks' time. So it's on the testnet. If you go to this address, you can try it out already. But essentially, from the mobile app, you'll be able to see the events around you and the ones that are closest to you, and you'll be able to see how much what you get if you go there, the description, and it will redirect you to an events page that looks something like this, where you will have the events listed. For example, this is the Lisbon to Algarve. This is Ricardo's GPS adventure. And when redirected from the mobile app, it will also have an address with it. And once you go to one of these events, it will tell you if it's ongoing, where it is, how much it costs to participate in the event, how many tickets are available, how many have been sold, and what is the price. And it will check for you whether your wallet that you're using on the mobile app already has collateral, and if not, it will send it to you. So you'll be able to see how much you need to pay in both ADA terms and in fiat terms in dollars, euros, any sort of card payments, and you'll be able to pay with fiat. So it's work in progress, but this is essentially it. You put in your credit card details, pay, and you get your NFT in your mobile wallet that you can then go to the event and use to pick up an NFT. We're probably also going to add the ability to photo scan the NFT. So you prove that you have this NFT to the person who's maybe doing some control check at the event. So this also becomes a ticketing solution that we want to target the wider market and not just Cardano community. So with this, we want to really make the app, we want to make the blockchain a utility. So the person who's using the mobile app doesn't even need to know that it wasn't Cardano, although it's in the name. But other than that, it could just be called Beam. And you can buy a ticket by paying in dollars, euros, yuan, and anything. But we will still maintain the ability to pay with ADA as well. So you can as well just go and pay with Eternal Wallet in ADA. And once done, your ticket arrives on your mobile app and you're ready to go. Yeah. So that's we'll work on that. We'll be releasing probably in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah.
This is great. Looking very much forward to that ticketing solution. And also, as you know, we have been in dialogues with several organizations in Central America, which are around the surfing sports. So I think they will be very curious to test it out. And yeah, thanks a lot for presenting. Now we have room for 5 minutes of questions and answers. And if you allow, I would have one question regarding the payment methods. So you're planning to allow the credit card payment, and the person would then get, what will they get on their app after that process is done with a credit card?
Yeah, so they will get two things. They will get the ADA collateral if they don't already have it in the mobile app, and they will get the NFT that unlocks the prizes that are placed at the locations. So whereas now a person needs to send those things to themselves, to the mobile app, with this, it becomes a couple of clicks away from getting the NFT and the collateral. And I think very, very important here is that it makes it blockchain agnostic. I can take Cardano out of it altogether and people can still use it.
Okay. One other question, if the person who is creating or organizing the event would like to sponsor this to 10 people or something, is it possible for him or her to trigger that and bear the cost himself or herself instead of having the user pay?
Yeah, for sure. So there's a third button there that I've taken away, which is with promo code. I can have 10 promo codes where a person puts in the password and then the ticket gets sent to them without any payment. That's possible as well.
Okay. There's
some batching going on in the background, so we control how the NFTs are sent. As you can see, I'll stop sharing. But there's essentially a two-stage approach. One, the payment is sent by the user, and the backend receives the payments and then sends the NFT to the person. Yeah, so we can make it for free as well. We can bear the cost.
Excellent.
I have a question to Dimitri. Well, first of all, I just download the app, the mobile app on my iPhone. But my question precisely, it's about that. With full ignorance from my side, how was the process to release the mobile app in iOS? Because I know a lot of blockchain projects have a lot of issues to upload in iOS marketplace and App Store. How was the process? Which was the difficulties? So maybe it could help someone who is working in their own project.
Yeah, for sure. So I think Android, so as a comparison, Android was very easy. It may be
for sure.
to release on Android. On iOS, we spent Christmas between the 20th and the 31st. It took us 10 days to get it released. And it was at the time when we were having daily conversations with Apple people about the changes that needed to be made. The lessons learned from there was about clarity to the user and the terminology used in the apps. So I think Apple were very, very particular about what is it that we were selling and what does the person share when using the mobile app. So for example, location, because it's location based, anything that has to do with live location sharing basically could only be stored on our servers. We could not share it for advertising purposes without us. But yes, it was more challenging for iOS than for Android. But still, it's coming from a corporate world. It's 10 days to get something released is generally, you know, reasonable.
Thank you so much. It was a question I want to ask because a lot of people doesn't know how is the process, how much difficult it is. Thank you, Dimitri.
Yeah.
All right, we have time for 1 or 2 more questions.
I just want to give a compliment. It's an easy to use app and it's fun. And actually, Emil, who's presenting today, he brought me to your app. Ricardo mentioned it and he said it's such a cool concept, really like it, and it makes him move as well. So on the hunt of what is it called? This Schnitzeljagd?
Treasure hunt or treasure hunt or
Treasure hunt? Yeah. And so, and then Emil, he surprised me with that, and I was like, wow, that's cool. So
yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
really nice one.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this release, and hope to get more users on the app and more people organizing events, because now it becomes much more easier to get your event out. Yeah, so I'll let everybody know when we release, and if you can share the word and make it useful.
Maybe you get Pokemon on board.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but I mean, we've talked with Ricardo on a few projects. Emil, we're constantly talking. Max is also on the call. We've sort of talked about what to do, what we could do with it. So yeah, it's definitely moving forward now. Yeah, hopefully with this addition, we can make it much easier for the end user to participate in the events.
Very good, very good. All right.
I'm checking the app right now. I will check all the weekend and next week. And maybe we can use to the meetings in Buenos Aires. So,
Mauro, there are already some things hidden in Boca.
yes, I see the Web3 user group ones.
Exactly. Yeah, there are some stuff in there, and we are planning to extend that. So stay tuned for that. All right. Marcus, what about introducing the next guest? Would you like to take over?
Thank you so much, Dimitri, for the presentation.
Thank you, everybody. I'm going to drop off in 2 minutes. I have something else after this. So
yeah,
thank
you so much for
time.
joining, Dimitri. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
I think, thank you. I think I would break the order. I'm just in another space at the moment and organizing something.
Okay. Yeah, so
sorry.
then I will take over. Carl, from Divly, a brand new solution. I don't know if brand new, but quite an innovative solution for doing your taxes from the crypto space, available for Germany and some other countries in Europe, especially the Nordic countries. And also, I understand in the pipeline, there are many other countries to simplify your life. So without further ado, I would say, Carl, you can introduce yourself and take us through this necessary journey, but
Yeah.
also, I think from the usability, quite exciting journey. I already tried your solution and I'm a big fan already.
Cool.
Same
Good to
here.
hear.
Same here.
Oh, great. Wonderful to hear. Yeah, thank you for your introduction. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, the way into crypto taxes, you know, how do you end up there in the first place? And I mean, usually that it's kind of by you trade, you're kind of going around, you know, trying crypto, and then suddenly the day comes up and you're like, oh no, I have to pay taxes, right? And I kind of fell in the same kind of journey myself. So I started playing around with crypto 2016, 2017, when I was actually at university. And then you had that big boom in 2017 that came up. And then 2018, I was like, oh, okay, now I have to figure out how to pay taxes on this. And there was very few guidelines at the time. And And it was hard. You got to figure out like how to figure out your cost basis, do it all in Excel. And you know, my background is in finance. I've worked at different financial companies, and I was really struggling with it. So I realized, well, okay, this is not easy to do. Kind of forgot about it for 2 years. Was doing other stuff, working with smart contracts and things in a startup, and then basically end up picking it up again beginning of 2021. So I found my co-founder then, so called Ruben. He's a technical co-founder of Dibbly. We're two people who started it, and we started thinking, okay, wait, how do we do this way better and smoother? So we put out a beta. We built an MVP in about 2 months in January 2021, and we just released it for Sweden. And we said like, okay, well, let's see if there's a problem here. Are people having problems with taxes and what to do? And we realized that, oh, wow, there's actually demand here. We're getting like a couple of hundred users, some paying users as well, by just putting it on Facebook, essentially, in a group in Sweden. And we're like, okay, well, this is actually a serious problem. So we circled back. We basically rebuilt the system from scratch. We made it really dynamic so we could handle lots of different countries, because we realized we had to do it really well for specific countries' laws and rules to actually make this very usable. And then that's kind of where Dibbly is at now. So I can share that here. Here we go. So this is our website. We have this little logo bird flying around with Bitcoins. He's not stealing your Bitcoin. He's actually trying to help you. And we support a few different countries here now, so about 10 countries, and we're also like adding new ones all the time. Especially coming up next year, so after summer, we'll be adding a lot of EU countries. And the reason why we're really focusing on EU is also because there's new regulation coming in called DAC 8. I don't know if you've heard about DAC 8, but essentially it means that any exchange following kind of MiCA regulations that will operate for EU customers will have to actually send aggregated data about each user to the local tax authority. So that's going to be kind of a big thing coming up, and I think it's meant to be implemented beginning of 2026. So that's why we're trying to really, get all the EU countries online before then. We have a few official partners. So we like the biggest exchange in Sweden. We just partnered with a big exchange in Finland now, CoinMotion. CoinGecko as well as a website we partnered with, and a few others. Tax lawyers and accountants we're adding on as well. And essentially what Dibbly does is, you can import your transactions. So we built integrations to over 100 different wallets and exchanges, including actually the Cardano blockchain as well. And that's kind of the first step in your tax journey. You have to aggregate all your transactions. Then when you aggregate it all in our platform, so we try to make it really easy for you. We do all the calculations for your country, and we basically output a tax report. Yeah, so I'll quickly go through that to kind of show how it goes as well.
Ik hoor jou nog niet.
So in the dashboard here, so this is a user, right? It's a demo account I have right now. So they've already imported lots of different transactions here. You can see the balance, how it's changed over the last year, and your different holdings. But really, the journey begins here with different wallets, and when you're adding a wallet. So I'll click this button up here. And this is where you can essentially search and filter between all the different wallets and integrations we've built to import your transactions. And this is like a huge work. Like we do, a lot of hours are spent just maintaining this. For example, like Binance, right? I mean, Binance has like 100+ transaction types in their file. We've got to classify them all, make sure they're handled correctly for each country, and we also try to support other files. You can download a CSV file from Exchange, or through automatic import as well via API. We have different like MetaMask. We have also Cardano, so you can actually import via the Blockfrost API. We built it via, which is quite an advanced actually parser we built for Cardano. It took quite a bit of time to build, a lot more complex than some other blockchains for sure. But once you've imported your transactions, you'll see your wallets here. You can update your wallets, and then you'll actually be able to see all your transactions here. It's your entire crypto history going back to the start of when you began, because that's really the only way to calculate your taxes correctly in most countries. And here, you can filter, right? You can filter by currencies to kind of track, like here's USDC, for example, all the transactions I have, your buys and sells, and interest and staking rewards, and your wallets. You can take a look at that, and your labels, if it's staking or if it's airdrops or forks, because each one has different tax consequences in different countries. So it gets quite easy to be able to see everything and even see like the details if you want to jump in and see, hey, oh, how is this affecting my cost basis, like my purchase price per se. So when you know approximately how much it will cost to sell it in taxes. We have a tax report, right? So you can always kind of see your profits and gains for a year, and you know how much in each type of label, we call it, you have, let's say, in interest or rewards. And you can actually download and generate a tax report when you're done. And so these tax reports, they're for crypto, right? And once you generate it, right, in this case, I'm in the finish page, it will take you to the payment page. Now this user is already paying, but then once you generate it, we create it, and you can actually download it from here, essentially, for tax report. We do have a bunch of, so I did mention with different countries, right? So you can actually see what's in each country's tax report by clicking here. So for example, in Germany, you can download an example here. Japan, we have that as well. Everything, entire system is actually translated in Japanese as well now. On different ones, European ones, right? And also we also have very in-depth guides as well that explain how to handle your taxes, what to do, and a lot more actually about that, which can be found in our tax guides up here, which is all free content you can read about. We have different countries. You can actually filter by country as well. So for example, I write most of the Swedish guys because that's where I'm from, so I know a lot about Sweden, so I have different Swedish ones here. I also have it in Swedish. Same with German guys, for example, we have it in German too. So you can find a lot of information here as well. Yeah, that's really most about what Divly we do. Just trying to make taxes really easy, so you don't have to worry about that too much in the future. And we're always trying to improve and make it easier, because it is quite complex in a lot of countries. So thank you.
Awesome.
Bravissimo.
Really nice.
Excellent.
Excellent presentation.
I have two questions. The first question is, does it mean that we finally get more than 3 months of Binance transactions now?
Actually, I think you get 1 year now, which is amazing, right? Because Binance is a headache, like an absolute headache. Like it's like that.
Terrible.
Like even now, like every week, right? We see these, we see all the Binance files coming in from our customers, and we try to keep, all the files updated, so we see if there's any kind of error in any file. And it's like they just change the names of different transaction types, like week to week, and you got to change this all the time, updates. And then the customers complain, they're like, oh yeah, but short, time spans and stuff. 3 months was.
You could create another table. You could create another table just for the names and the naming conventions.
Yeah, it's at that point that we have to basically do that. Yeah, it's got an extreme, and the API is really slow as well. And we got to use like different proxies, so multiple people can use the API at the same time as well. It's Binance is an absolute jungle, and it's unfortunately it is the biggest exchange, most popular one as well of our customers. So we have to kind of work around it.
Is there the first time I found you was in CoinGecko. You have this voucher.
Yep.
Is there a reason why it doesn't work currently?
Or should work. It didn't work for you?
Yeah. No, I'm not sure if I already claimed it, but I think I did not. I claimed it, but it didn't work back then. So maybe you can check back on that as well.
We'll do. I'll check what devs there. It should definitely work for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Well, first,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Mauro.
No, first of all, Carl, I love your idea. In crypto and in blockchain, I think the community have two kind of philosophy. Some people think it's to avoid taxes and government, but for my side, and I think for the most part of the European Town Hall team, and in my personal opinion, if we want to reach massive adoption, these things, we need to talk about those things. And this useful tool is a great thing to move forward and go to the future. So first of all, thank you so much. And my other question is, if your team is now focused on development, because I handle the networks of the European Cardano community and my personal network, and I don't see in social media a lot of information about this project. So I start asking to the team to make sure of what we are going to bring to this meeting. So let me know more about this, if I can give you a tip or something about the marketing of the idea.
Sure, absolutely. That'll be helpful. I mean, I think we started with Sweden purely the first year in 2021. In 2022, I mean, that was the demo. With 2022, almost focused only on Sweden as well. So it's like the first say half a year ago, we started adding a lot of countries and starting to do marketing. And I'd say most of it's we do by content, so we get a lot of clicks from different guides, and that is mostly from like Sweden, Finland, Japan, and Germany. We get a lot of traction from right now. It's growing, but I do agree. Like we're not very known because we are quite new. That's very true. So social media has not been our focus point, let's say, of outreach as well. So yeah, sure, more tips would be great.
That's something crazy. Sometimes you see root projects with a lot of followers and knowledge in the community, and the good tool and great tools under the coverage of that. So if you need help, we are here to help. And thank you so much to be here. I think that it's a good step to be well known by the Cardano community, and nice tool. I'm in the side of the community that thinks to start talking about that kind of thing of taxes to start and go into a massive adoption. So thank you so much for your presentation.
What you can do is, just to add that, go into a Discord and add your project into the European projects. So you always have a space in there. You can post your news. You can literally start to shill like crazy in there. And so I think you get a lot of support. We had a question here as well. You support Poland, right? As well.
Poland?
Yeah. You do Polish taxes.
Oh, Polish. Not yet at the moment. So we do have a global tax report that can give you a lot of information, but it's not localized to the Polish like declaration system, so the tax authority there. So it may work, but we can't guarantee that it works for Poland. So that's the difference. But it is one of the countries we'll be adding during 2023. Let's say probably Q3, Q4.
Okay, cool.
Carl, I would have a question regarding some countries have a differentiation on the way that taxes are handled based on whether you are a private person or a registered company or maybe something like a non-profit organization. In the concept of Divly, are you considering such things as well, or is this something in the pipeline? Or
so we started with private individuals. Because there is most demand there at the moment in how the market looks like. But we do consistently get more and more actual companies coming to us as well, saying, hey, can you help us with our accounting for crypto? And it may be that they are accepting payments in crypto and they're not really sure how to account for it. It may be that they just want to invest in crypto and just hold it. It may be other reasons, like they're using crypto, right? But that's usually the main cases. So far, we've it's very specific to each country how that is handled and how you practically handle it with accounting software. So we haven't gone into that yet, but it is something we've actually built a beta for, at least for Sweden now, where we're testing it with a few companies to handle that. But it'll be a future thing, yeah.
Especially in the Cardano environment, there are a lot of projects that are also non-profit organizations, so doing some social initiatives or education-related topics. So if you need someone in Germany, we founded with some friends a non-profit organization for Web3 education, and we are also accepting donations in Asia. And we would be highly, interested in testing with you guys and giving feedback. We also have a very good connection to the tax authorities here locally. So they could give us feedback. And also in our team in the European Town Hall, we have a couple of people with law and taxation skills. Isa, for example, she's also doing her PhD around crypto regulation for France, I think UK, and also other countries. So I think having you in our closer network would help us a lot. And also we are willing to contribute with you guys.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, that sounds amazing. Yeah, that's very useful. Thank you for that.
The NGO of Ricardo is registered in Germany, so it's officially an NGO, not that those NGOs.
It took a while, but yeah.
I can imagine, yeah. It's a lot of work. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe what I can do as well, I can set up especially since the CoinGecko apparently didn't work in this case, I'll set up a special discount code for your community as well, so you can have that too. So
that would be awesome. Yeah,
Awesome.
that'll be more fun maybe as well.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So on to the next one. That's Emil with Devolt. It's another wallet, and off you go.
Yes.
The place is yours. Take it away.
That's your call.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Emil Shoemaker. Thank you for having me here. I've been a fan of Cardano for quite some time now, but I have some experience with some wallets of Cardano, and I thought that the NFTs were a little bit hidden in all the applications, and I thought that could be presented in a different way. And besides that, I thought that application of NFTs in the real world has not taken off yet. There are many possibilities and opportunities, but I think it is because getting started is just a little bit difficult in the crypto world. Many companies decide to do something with crypto. For example, CNN has started a project to sell their articles as an NFT, but basically they make it a real big hassle to get these NFTs in the hands of the users. So knowing this, I started working on a concept, and I found some financial backing to develop a Devolt, which stands for Digital Vault, which I thought was a nice name for a digital currency vault, where also NFTs can be kept. So we are currently at the Android Play Store, the Google Play Store for Android. We're not yet on iOS, but that's coming soon with our MVP, minimum viable product, because it's just the beginning, and we think that it's necessary to get a lot of feedback from the community to improve the product. I don't know if you can see it. It doesn't show. This is the application, and it's got a nice index.
It's difficult to recognize anything, Emil. It's filtering the colors. Might be better if you share your screen and show something there.
I didn't present as well as Dimitri, so I haven't got slides ready to go. But for me, this is the first time I make such a presentation. And so continuing from there, a nice index to categorize your NFTs. And we think that many companies can use NFTs with actual products. So to protect the authenticity of a product, or that something is immutable, so it cannot be changed once. For example, an institute or a school, they can give a diploma, and when the diploma is in the hands of a student, he could have it copied for a colleague or for a friend, and they could add it, and then the other friend would also have such a diploma, and this is not how it should work. And there's been an increase in people counterfeiting and copying other people's credentials. And this can be solved by handing over the real asset, the real diploma, but together with a NFT with this document attached, where everybody can see that this NFT is coming from, or this document is coming from the institute that has the authority to give such a diploma. And the same you can think about is a bag, a Louis Vuitton bag, for example. You can find knockoffs, and sometimes they're so good, it's very difficult to see if it's a copy or not. But if the producer of the original product would supply an NFT with the product, then they would know that this is an original, because everybody online can check if the policy is correct, and the default application recognizes the correct policy ID and can show the owner of the NFT if this is a real, if this is an NFT coming from a real company, or it's coming from the original company where it's from. So then what about distribution? Because companies can make NFTs, but if the people don't are not able to collect the NFTs, it's going to be very, very difficult to make it popular, like what happened with CNN, where they made NFTs from articles, but no one who wants them, or no one knows how to collect them. So we made this very simple system where the producer of the product is going to supply a QR code or a programmed NFC a chip with the product, and then the consumer can request the NFT from the couch just by scanning the QR code, or just by scanning the NFC. It will take them to the default application. If they don't have a wallet yet, they need to create a wallet to be able to receive it, and then it's just a one button operation that is called request NFT, and they have to assign that they request the NFT, and the supplier, the company selling the product, will then get the request and can accept. And that way, by accepting, they're basically sending the NFT to the consumer, who doesn't have to pay anything for receiving this NFT. And it's giving the authenticity of the product, and that's an original product. And it also gives them maybe some extra information. A company could also say, okay, if people have our NFT, then we're going to give them a discount in our store, or we're going to give them the opportunity to come to an event. So there are many possibilities when their customer base is gathering these NFTs. If they want to resell the product and they have the original NFT with it, basically the buyer is guaranteed that this is not a stolen item, but it is an original coming from the original buyer. So that is basically what Default is about. It is about getting customers, businesses, institutions, a very powerful tool to produce a series of NFT. They can mint the NFT, or they can wait until the consumer decides to request the NFT and then mint it for the customer, and send and spread these NFTs out to their customer base, and giving them an extra value on top of the value of their beautiful original product. So basically, I think it's a beautiful tool, and it gives a real life application to the NFTs and to the blockchain. This is this, I think the experience of making a wallet has been executed by somebody here. Marcus Urbani, Marcus?
Yes.
You actually created a wallet in the default pre-production, correct?
Yes and no. I mean, I downloaded the app, but then family came in between, to be honest.
Okay.
So, that's what I said. I didn't have the time to fully check it.
It was Ricardo. Ricardo gave me
Yes.
a good feedback of how to manage everything with the words. Ricardo.
The thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I have a wallet in the previous version of the iPhone test environment, but it seems there was an update. So at the moment, I would need to create a fresh new wallet to activate the application.
The application is coming, I think, it looks like it's coming next week on iOS on mainnet. So we're currently only on Android. So in the Play Store, you can download it. But on iOS, it's going to take for another week, I think. Yes.
I just gave you the feedback on the on the graphics of the NFT. You remember?
Oh, yes.
The development process. So
yes,
we've been working on this one together. But my question is, first of all, a compliment. You say you haven't prepared the presentation, and then like 2 sentences later, whoosh, you blowing up with decentralized identities, right? Without naming them and making it understandable to everyone who is not in the blockchain space. I think that's something we can recognize highly. And it already paves the way to the question of why should a company, just in 2 sentences, create their NFTs? Why should they create an NFT? And why should they put that into Devolve? Can you explain that a little bit? Why is this different on Cardano as well, and why is it different on Devolve?
Okay, I think any company can make a series of NFTs. They can go to NMaker, or they can go to Wild Tanks, which is a platform I like very much too. But when you have the series, you must also think about how you get these to the customers with like a hands-off operation, and Default makes it possible to produce the codes, the QR codes, the NFC codes, and basically they can give this code or this QR code or the NFC chip with the product, with the customer, and the customer can decide at the moment when it's for them convenient to request this free NFT. And that's because if you're in a store and you want an NFT but you don't have the wallet, or you haven't got the wallet installed, then it's not going to be a transaction. So, but if they're on the couch comfortably at home, we believe that if people can get something for free with a product of a brand they bought, of a brand they love, then we think that they are going to go for this, because it will give an extra value to the product they already bought.
Okay, makes sense. Sorry, had the microphone off.
So, Emil, did you start this project by your own? It's a developers team. How was that history? Because one day you are spreading the collection of your daughter cats, and the other one I figured out that you are developing a new wallet.
Yes. Well, there is a lot of stuff going on in the community, and I thought it would be best if I first make it happen and then start talking about it, instead of I'm doing it, and then it's not coming. So I was working silently in the background. I've been working my butt off to get to this. There's I think in total the structure, the book with the structure is like 400, 500 pages between those.
Recording in progress.
And I've been working in the background, and I wanted it to be ready, and now it's ready. We're on mainnet, and I'm very proud of it. And it's just an MVP, just to start. And we need companies that are willing to protect their customers, that want to say, okay, we want one collection, a special collection. We want to give something extra to our customers and give an NFT with it. And we are going to use Default as the platform, because that's the easiest for consumers to start using, and to just click a button and say, hey, I want to have this. And yes, my daughter makes nice cats.
She does.
But
Emil,
I love to see how started for a hobby. You started here with the first team of the European Town Hall, and you start looking around what to build, the collection of your daughter, and now you are building a new wallet. So that's a good history to show to the community.
This wallet started already last year, this project, and but I've been really working in silence a very long time, and it's not easy, because you have to make a mock-up, you have to get an investor, multiple investors to go in, and we have had people with the blockchain side, people with the database side. We have Amazon web, multiple servers running. There are people on the side of managing all the communication between those people. It is not easy. And basically the blockchain people were first from Ethereum, and Cardano was totally new for them. So I had to help them to understand that there is a minimum amount of ADA to send along, for example, with an NFT, because those are things that are not common. And but in the end, we managed, and it's running fine now. And I'm very, very proud of this product. Yes,
you can be.
Emil, one question. I remember you showed me one video that was in preparation. Maybe you can share the link if it's already publicly available in the chat, so that people can have a look.
Or better, everybody who wants to see it comes to the European Cardano server of Discord, and then head over to the projects, and they can see it. And if you have questions, you can also ask the founders regarding anything, probably, right? And I think Emil is happy to answer it. He's very communicative. So he's able to answer all the questions, and I had questions. I didn't test yet. Again, blame on me. But we've been talking a lot about things there. So really looking forward to it.
I'll make some screenshots, and we'll post the screenshots. And I think there's a video of somebody using the application with a nice music. We'll post that.
Perfect, perfect, Emil. So guys, well, do you like my t-shirt of Sunday Swap? Thank you, Emil.
It's amazing, Mauro.
Thank you, Emil.
And we have... Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Emil, for your presentation. It was an excellent idea. Thank you, Marcus, to say the Discord opportunity so the community can handle those things. Carl, Emil, if you need help with marketing or something, also we are available. We can spread the word in the European Cardano community accounts, and also in our personal accounts. Or if you need to help to reach or hire people, let us know. And guys, do you want to close this thing?
There's one tiny second as we have Quasar in here. Maybe we can have a little update on Catalyst, on 10, maybe on whatever that is,
Governance.
just 2 seconds or so, 2 sentences.
Well, yeah,
They're
I can say
available.
something new. Hey, Quasar.
Hey.
Yo.
Hi,
Good to see
nice
you,
to have you
bro.
here, indeed.
Great having you.
Thanks. Mauro, did you want to say something, or did you give me
No,
2
no,
seconds?
the only thing that now the Circle has an official Twitter account, so they will spread the word on all decisions, so things will be there. So if you want to follow them to know more about what is happening, you can see it there. That's the only thing. I don't know, Quasar, if you have more info. As always, is our journalist in Cardano.
You stole my thunder. No, I was going to say, Circle has a Twitter account. we can spam them on Twitter.
Quasar is an
now.
AI.
Pardon me?
You rugged. You rugged. You're an AI. You sound like
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I am an AI, but I usually don't rug. Let me try something. Is this any better?
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, wonderful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. In case I'm going to repeat because I was getting rugged, I said Mauro stole my thunder. That was really what I wanted to say. That's the biggest news in Catalyst. The Circle created a Twitter account. That is it. No, joking. Has everyone had a chance to look at SIP 1694? Hear about the special voting event and other things that are going on? Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
But maybe not everybody of the viewers. So maybe you can give a little bit of an explanation.
On which one, the SIP or the special voting event?
Like a wrap up, like wrapping both
to talk about the SIP.
Ultimately, we're moving towards the age of Voltaire. There's a non-treasury voting event coming up, and stay tuned to get your wallets registered. It's time to start thinking about voting for something and getting your wallet ready. That's it. And I have no timeline. Don't know when it'll begin.
Okay. Seems he had some technical trouble, huh?
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well,
right.
Thank you, Quasar, for your little summary.
You're welcome. That was the worst ever. You didn't get anything.
Seems there are some network problems, at least on my side. But anyhow, we are planning to do a session focus around the governance aspects. And we will prepare that. We will inform the community that you can also bring your proposals, which guests you also want to see in the upcoming sessions. And thank you very much to everybody who joined today, to our guests, of course. And stay tuned for more from the EU Cardano community. All the best to you. Let's get this bear market going, and hopefully will not last forever, huh?
Yeah.
What do we say to this? Roar.
Okay, guys, all the best. Stay tuned. Have a good day.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.